the world has changed so much in the past, let's say 20 years. So much development that is happening, especially in technology. Different economies or countries have developed. And generally speaking, people have also evolved so much that their desires have also evolved so much. People want much more to life. It's no longer back then where you just have to do things. There's now much more awareness globally. And this brings us to something very important to talk about today, what everybody craves for right now. Happiness. And today is a special evening in the heart of Poland, Warsaw, that I'm hosting two beautiful ladies that have initiated something amazing, wonderful, that I would like you guys, all of you watching us tonight, to know about, which is probably the first happiness club in Poland, and probably in the whole world. And I would like to know from them, as we have them today, why they started this project, how did the idea come about? They'll tell us more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Alina the Great and Anya. It's good to have you today in the studios. How are you guys?
Hi, Obed.
You're looking great.
Great.
Yes, I love how you look. You look so sweet. It's one of the definitions of happiness I can see.
Right.
One of the many, yes. So everybody hungers to be happy today. It's one of those things that everyone wants to be today. I wonder what happened actually. You know, it kind of sounds like it's something that has been taken away from the whole world, and yet it just lives among us. And I believe the reason we started this club is probably saw something special, or you identified something special. And why? How did the idea come about?
Yeah, exactly. So happiness became something to achieve, while happiness should not be a goal for us. Right. It's actually a way of life. And there is a lot of definitions of happiness. You can probably find quotes for happiness, and you will find thousands of them. And for us, the clue and key reason why we set up the Happiness Club with Anya is because it's our purpose. We want people to be happy. Right. So we came from our purpose of well-being and happiness of other people. And the other thing was that actually we are living in the world of digital loneliness. Loneliness is an epidemic nowadays. And the data say that more than 40% globally, 40% of people globally feel lonely. In US, it's 60%. So when we saw this data, I was like, wow. And we can also see around us people feeling depressed, burned out, and lonely. So as far as we are also take care of well-being of people and happiness, we thought and we set up the Happiness Club to bring people together, to give them reasons to be together, to spend time together and share moments together. So the club is just to collectively be together and enjoy life together.
Yes, and also one more thing which is important. We also found out that, as you said before, that everyone wants to be happy. But at the end, not everyone understands what it means to them to be happy.
Right.
So that is also one of the reasons we wanted to create the community, to work on it together, maybe to discover together what is happiness, and just to make people think about it not as what we know from definition, as what we know from books, like the standards that if you want to be happy, you need to have a great job, you need to get married, you need to buy a house, buy a car, and things like that. And just to go out from the standards and really understand what makes me happy in this world.
Right. Generally speaking, in my opinion, I think that happiness is really expensive.
It's luxury. It's luxury product now.
I'm wondering if if the Happiness Club has some specific projects or things that you'd like to do to put out there to help the world realize much more joy and happiness. Because I think that's how I feel. I feel like being happy is very expensive and we have to work so hard at it. And I'd like to know if there's some specific things that you haven't planned for the club to like. What would you be doing? What kind of projects are you looking at and not handling?
So before we move to the projects, I would like to explain that actually that's how we came out to the Happiness Club. That it's actually about getting into the roots, getting into our nature, because happiness is our nature. And the issue that we struggle nowadays in the world is exactly what you said, that people want to achieve more and more and more to be happy. And in our projects, we want to give the reasons to come back to the roots of your nature, because happiness is our nature. When you think about kids from 1 to 5 years old, they are just happy because that's how you are born out.
All right. Anna, what does it mean to be happy? What does happiness mean to you on a personal
for me,
basis? Is it expensive? Just like it is for me?
I don't know what expensive means for you,
first of all.
It's not so expensive. I think it is something we already have very close, and maybe it's not so easy to get, but it's possible. It's the way, for me, happiness means many things, many simple. Usually, if I think about happiness, if I think about past, for example, what were the happiest moments for me? Those were the moments where the money were not involved, when the material things were not involved. What was involved was the atmosphere around, was the people, was the possibility to get to know other cultures, to communicate with other also communities. Also those small things makes me happy, like seeing people helping each other on the streets. This is something what makes me feel fulfilled. I don't know how to, if I explain myself.
Meaningful life.
Yes, exactly, something meaningful. Also, I love arts. I do art myself. This is what makes me happy. Just to spend the day only me and the things I create, and there are no limits there. Like I can create anything I want, and I'm satisfied about it. It is about satisfaction of the little simple things we do every day. So for me, this is happiness.
I agree with you. Alina, what do you think?
I would add that it's for me, happiness, and the statement that I've heard, and it resonates to me very much, is about wanting less. In the world that we want more, be better, be more. Realizing that actually whatever you have, it's enough. So wanting less. And the other, I was listening Professor Luskin from the University of Stanford, and he talks about forgiveness, and he said beautiful statement about what happiness is about wanting what you have. Because we already have so much, and it's about appreciating what we have at that moment.
But how can I love what I have? Is that a problem? It sounds so funny and yet very true, actually, because I think that I get something that I want because I love it and it makes me happy. But it's quite interesting to understand that actually the things that we want to have will not make us happy unless we begin to appreciate it, right? Is that what it is?
True.
All right?
Exactly. It's about appreciation and acceptance what we have
What
at
we
that
have.
moment.
Being in the now moment and enjoying that nothingness means a lot. Right. So what are some of the small daily, habits that you do that contribute to your happiness, Anna?
Oh, it is my art, as I told you before.
Ah.
This is, I think, is a daily habit which makes me feel more relaxed and also, I think, nicer for other people.
Oh,
this is something which works like that. I am less stressed, and also when I'm less stressed about things at work I'm doing, about problems we have every day. So this is one of the things. The other thing, it's music. I love music, and also music, it makes me really happy. And walking while listening to the music or dancing even at home, it's something what makes me keep alive.
Interesting. So art is something that you do. You draw every day to help you calm down and connect with yourself, right?
Yes. This is something which for me, it works the best.
Alena?
So when we think about the elements of happiness, for me it's the well-being and the rituals and daily activities that I'm doing is just to keep me in peace and in line with my values. So I take care of my body and mind. I'm passionate about yoga, so my daily routine is yoga because it allows me to be in my peace and my unity of body and mind. But what is very important for me is that belonging and community and being in contact with my friends, with my Happiness Club team, my co-founder of the Happiness Club. And it's something that really gives that meaning of, when you wake up, you have the purpose to do whatever you are to do. So yes, and music and dance, many things I can state, but the most important is, and that's what really we people really want, and it's kind of lost in that achievement mode, is belonging, being in the tribe, being in the community of like-minded people, and also serving people, because that's our purpose with the Happiness Club, to serve people in the way that we can create the space for us, for people to share the moments together.
Wonderful. And there's some activities that you've lined up that the Happiness Club will be doing in Warsaw. And is it just for Warsaw? Are you going global? Are you keeping it here? Or what is it like?
So we start with Warsaw because we are building the community in Warsaw.
Yes.
So we just organize events where we gather people from the community of Warsaw at that moment. We have a wonderful African band that we create events together. The band is called Makumba. We also make sure that art of Anna is a part of that event, and organizing workshops, events, any type of events that will bring people together and bring them to the roots of what happiness is.
So the end goal is be happy. Yeah?
Yes,
exactly.
So it's very interesting. I loved something they said about purpose, and in my opinion, I think that generally the world has shifted. There's so much business happening that we have started losing the core principles of living, which is actually purpose. And purpose confuses too much business. I think that we start wanting without being very sensitive to what we actually need. I think that we are basically neglecting so much needs and choosing to go with whatever we want, because whatever we want looks beautiful and everybody wants to be part of something beautiful. But then I think in the end, it never really counts. You have to go back to to the roots. I would like to know, is there any special information, special advice that you'd love to give to people to help them, some special tips that you'd like to share with people that would help them to realize, or more happiness or be connected to themselves as we end the show?
I would just say that just think about your nature, think about the moments that make you happy, that give you joy, and whatever it is, just do that on a daily basis. Yes, just remember that life is just now at that moment, and whatever it is, it's a happiness.
And what do you think?
Yes, and what is to add on top of what Alina said?
Is it to learn to draw, to do art? Is it easy? Can anyone draw?
Yes, anyone can paint, can draw, and do any kind of art, sculpture, because also for me, as we said, happiness, it's not a goal, it's a journey.
Okay.
Art is exactly the same. It's about the process, it's about also releasing your feelings, exposing your feelings, and for me it's kind of therapy also. As you said, connecting with yourself, and also you can go farther and share something with people, because there might be some people who feel the same you do, and you can also share your story with others, and more, you can inspire people to do drawings, to do paintings. And when I see, for example, I have few people on my list which were inspired by me for doing arts, and when I see them very happy about it and growing, exploring and looking for new ways of expressing themselves, it makes me really happy. So the happiness to add something, because we want to do something to make ourselves happy, okay? But what is very important, when we are happy, we can make other people happy.
I agree with you.
And that's what the community purpose also is.
Yes, exactly.
So thank you very much, Team Happiness, for being with us today. I think it's been a pleasure seeing you as well, and we will see you on the next show. Thank you so much, our dear viewers who are watching from wherever you are watching from. We appreciate you, and I will be doing this show on a weekly basis, and we hope that we'll catch up with you really, really soon, and have a good evening. Thank you.